thinking, how many people are here?
Hello and welcome, Grand Rapids. Thank you for joining us this evening. I'm your anchor, Josie Sabo.
And I'm your other anchor, Sean Francis. And because federal agents and a massive, recently said that a massive fentanyl shipment from Grand Rapids is enough to kill everyone in Michigan, some people were up until today, kind of back and forth on this eternal winter thing, were like, promise? We have the local, national, and world stories that you may have missed.
You're welcome, Grand Rapids. This is
NewsFlash.
I was still
Ding
thinking
dong.
about what you said, Sean.
I know. It's a lot to take in there. Right. Well, here we are, a full plus week of Trump predicting his own arrest, and here we are, popcorn in hand, waiting still. Meanwhile, 45 himself is on his rally tour, claiming in his appearance in Waco, Texas this weekend that the prosecutorial misconduct is a new tool by Democrats trying to steal the 2024 election from him already, referring to this election as the final battle. Either we destroy the deep state or they destroy you. This is, of course, all connected to the former president's affair with adult film actress Stormy Daniels and the subsequent use of hush money payments. Law enforcement officials have stressed the need to adequately prepare for the complex choreography of a Trump surrender and court appearance in what experts are calling the most convoluted plot to a porno ever written. Speaking of complicated choreography, I don't know if Trump, have you guys seen him trying to do YMCA? I don't think he can do complex choreography. Either way, no matter what happened, we're the ones getting screwed here.
A new study of genetic material suggests COVID may have originated from an animal after all, right on the heels of the news that the FBI admitted it was likely COVID came from a lab. The animal in question is a raccoon dog, an animal genetically similar to a raccoon and genetically similar to a dog, but surprisingly, most genetically similar to a red herring.
TikTok. It's the sound of popular Chinese app's time running out, as the U.S. Congress is questioning whether the company's owners pose a national security risk and how the app might be influencing young users. A legislative bill is being proposed to ban the app outright, but TikTok Chief Executive Officer Shou Chu is planning to filibuster by breaking out the short shorts and throwing some ass to Doja Cat. Look at him there. Look at him go. I think it'll work.
Norfolk Southern released a 6-point safety plan after the second train derailment in Ohio. A proposed 7th point included a time machine to prevent accidents in the first place, but this was rejected in order to prevent a time paradox that would lead to the plan not being created at all.
It's your kids, Monty! A principal of an elementary school banned children from singing a song by Miley Cyrus and Dolly Parton, their duet Rainbow Land, at their upcoming spring concert, which has left many parents and children upset. The school's superintendents explained that the song was controversial, the main question being, is the song appropriate for the age level and maturity of the students? Makes sense. I'm all for this. We can't have kids singing controversial lyrics like living in a rainbow land where you and I go hand in hand. Oh, I'd be lying if I said this was fine, all the hurt and hate going on here. We are rainbows, me and you, every color, every hue. Let's shine on through. Together, we can start living in a rainbow land. God, gross, disgusting. Right? Oh, boo, that song. So now they're trying to narrow down some approved replacements, such as Barbie Girl, or Milkshake, a delightful romp about sweet treats, or Pony, who doesn't love ponies? Or my personal favorite, Candy Shop.
A man attempting to sue Buffalo Wild Wings for deceptive marketing has been revealed to have numerous previous attempts to sue other companies. The lawsuit in question claiming B-Dub's boneless wings are deceptive marketing because they are made out of chicken breast. But records showed he had previously filed similar lawsuits against Kind, Colgate, and Hefty. So we came up with a few other brands that we could try suing.
Sure.
Such as Keebler, because their grasshopper cookies contain no grasshoppers.
Or Pepperidge Farm, because their goldfish crackers contain no goldfish.
Pepsi, because Mountain Dew contains no dew from mountains.
Red Bull, for being neither red nor containing bull.
And Baby Food, for containing no babies.
As far as we know.
WWE is in talks with state gambling regulators to legalize betting on scripted matches. I don't see the big deal. We are already betting on NFL games.
That's true. It's a thinker. You know how when you were a kid you thought your teacher lived at the school? Well, apparently that was actually true for former NFL star Chad Ochocinco, who apparently lived in the Cincinnati Bengals stadium for 2 full years. He claims it was a financial move to save money and that the stadium had more than enough for him with showers, food, video games, and bed. Eventually, his dad, coach, Marvin Lewis, said that the stadium basement needed to be turned back, and he convinced Johnson to move out onto his own in his own place. As a compromise, though, Coach Lewis agreed to keep paying his cell phone bill.
More than just the lobsters are in hot water over at Red Lobster, as one location threatened to fire an employee who dyed their hair. The employee in question had red dyed hair and is claiming it was the same color as when they were hired. The GM at Red Lobster hasn't appreciated being put under the broiler and has counter-offered that the employee can stay, but only under the condition that they get into the lobster mascot costume.
Seems like a compromise, fair. A Spring Lake woman was arrested for embezzling over $2 million from Trinity Health Grand Haven. The saddest part about that is that even after embezzling over $2 million, she couldn't afford to live in Grand Haven still.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Alligator.
Alligator who?
No, it's a real alligator, and now your hand is chopped.
Ah!
Unfortunately, Sean, this isn't a fun children's joke. This is a real thing that happened to a Florida homeowner, which bites. If you love that, get ready.
I have a bad feeling about this.
The alligator defended himself before investigators, saying the man was an instigator. The reptile in question apparently became upset when he saw the man drinking Gatorade and declared the man a gator trader. It was a tricky situation for the homeowner to navigate, but when he was being interrogated, he chose to litigate the accusation, calling it a load of crock. The man went so far as to accuse... Yeah, this keeps going. The man went so far as to accuse the alligator as a crocodile who was on crocodile, essentially claiming that these were nothing more than crocodile tears. The statement came back to bite him in the butt when the gator's family congregated around his house to subjugate him. Things got a little bit snappy. At this point, the man saw things had gotten out of hand and decided it was time to delegate her. So he hired a mitigator and chose to make peace rather than elongate the situation. And so the two became paligators, and now they're heading off to a tailgater together. So see you later, alligator. Looks like this is the end of this reptile dysfunction.
We did it. We made it through. On the other side, relatively unscathed.